What's up, guys? Kimmis here for a very special Halloween edition of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. And today we are taking a look at the Bride of Frankenstein, Ultimate Frankenstein's Monster with Chair from the 1935 James Whale picture, Bride of Frankenstein. If you've watched our videos for any amount of time, you've seen that we've done a plethora of these Universal monsters, including the Bride of Frankenstein's monster herself, both the color and black and white, and the color and black and white version of Frankenstein's monster from the original movie. Bride of Frankenstein may be an icon in the horror genre, but it was almost never made. Universal had found a winning formula for making horror profitable, and James Whale was a key ingredient in that recipe. After directing the original Frankenstein and films like The Invisible Man and The Old Dark House, James Whale had no intention of doing a sequel, believing there was no further juice to squeeze from the property. Universal, on the other hand, saw the money-making potential of the character and wanted no one but Whale to be at the helm of that ship. They, in turn, lured Whale back by giving him full creative freedom and a large budget that would allow Whale to create a film that fit his true vision. Even so, Whale felt that the film would be doomed, so if he couldn't make something he could be proud of, he would at least make it memorable. Little did he know that the film would become a horror masterpiece and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Sound Recording and was added to the National Film Registry for its cultural, historical, and aesthetic significance in 1998. Starting off, looking at this box, nice black and white cover on here. I believe the figure itself is going to be in color, but got him there sitting in the chair. On the top, showing a color picture of him. On the side, another preview of that character. And on the back, showing him with his bride and some of his accessories. And again, another preview on the side. So let's stop wasting time in this box. Oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot. This is a window box packaging, and here you go. Nice little, diorama right there of Frankenstein, a Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein's monster. And a preview of the character itself. So, let's stop wasting time in this box and bust Frankenstein out. Quick preview of what you're getting. You've got the chair here. Over on the side, you've got 3 extra hands, a bowl of soup or something, some bread, a stein of ale, it looks like, in here, and the 2 extra heads, and the figure itself. This is a multi-layer package, so let's get to the next layer. All right, and the next layer, you've got the base for the chair, and the chains for holding down the monster. So now let's take a closer look. Starting off, we've got our right and left hand here. Slightly different grips. And we've got the cigar holding hand here, or a cigarette. It's nice they actually included that. They didn't wuss out and not include it. And a stein. And the bread. And a bowl of soup. And you've got the floor, which is the mount for the chair. You see the receptacles. And locks into place. Then you got the spots for the arm shackles. Just lock into place right there, one on each side. And there you go. And one of the extra heads. This would be a smiling face. Particularly when he was meeting up with a hermit, if I remember correctly. Cool that this one has less hair, obviously because it was singed off during the big fire at the end of the first movie. Face seems to be done really well. And a sneering face. Growling. Again, really well done. It's nice that they have basically the face has soot on it and everything from being in the fire. Okay, here he is, the Frankenstein's monster himself. He looks really good. I like how they've made his head, definitely like the version in Bride of Frankenstein with all the damage, and his hair's, he's been singed off. He's got the burns on his face. Very, very nice. Did a really good job with that. Did he just duplicate the other head with just some slight paint differences? This looks really good. You've got the damage on his coat and everything too, from all the punishment he's been taking during the last movie. Got the rips and tears. Very nice. Look at the detail on these hands. Absolutely fantastic. You can see the metal and stitches and everything. You got the tear on his suit jacket on the side here. And again, the detail on those hands with the cuts and everything else looks really, really nice. Really great job here. There are his iconic shoes. Really cool. Now this coat is rubbery, which is nice, not just hard plastic. Let's check out his articulation. Starting off, you could tilt his head back and forth here. Turn it left and right. And you do have some angling here. Forward quite a bit. And a bit back as well. So nice there. Got lateral movement with the arms. You've got your back and forth motion, obviously, and you're bending at the elbow. But with that elbow, you can also swivel the hand out, which is nice. He does have an abdomen joint. Not a whole lot of crunching, but he gets a little bit there. But he also has the twisting at the abdomen and at the waist, both. So you have that motion. So with the legs, it should be the normal fare here. Got a little lateral movement there, as well as the forward and back. You got a single knee joint there with a decent range of motion, and you can tilt that at the knee, which is good. And as far as the foot goes, very little motion there. But yeah, so you're going to be reliant on basically the knee joint to give you any kind of motion with that foot. But it should be all the same on the other side. Let's get Frankenstein's monster into some poses, and I'm going to let you know what I think. So here he is, the monster himself, in his chair. It was pretty easy to get him posed in the chair. Just did play around with the articulation a little bit on there. If you're familiar with the movie, you know this chair actually isn't in the movie very long before the monster busts out of it and starts rampaging around town. But it'll still make a nice addition to your monster movie collection, your Universal Monster collection, especially if you have Bride of Frankenstein. If you haven't seen her, pick her up, and if you want to check out what she looks like, we do have a video posted of her out there, so check it out. But yeah, I really like this figure. His articulation is appropriate for the figure, so that worked for me. The paint app just on the face in general, I felt was done really well with the sheen on the cuts and everything to make it look fresh. They did a really good job with that. The wood actually on the chair looks really good, and the simulated stone as well. They did a really nice job with this figure in general. So if you are a Universal Monsters fan, definitely worth the price of admission. So I want to thank you guys all for taking the time to tune in today. I very much appreciate it. It takes a lot of time doing up these videos, so you taking time out of your day to check us out is very much appreciated. And please come back every Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a brand new episode of Meanwhile the Man Cave. Happy Halloween, everyone.